All right, let's talk about something we've all wondered about. You know that sticky myth about chewing gum? Yeah, today we're going to get to the bottom of what really happens when you swallow it. I mean, who hasn't heard this one, right? Probably from your mom or dad, leaning over you with that worried look. Don't swallow that gum. It's going to be in your stomach for 7 years. But is that for real? Or is it just one of those stories parents tell?
So where in the world did this crazy idea even start? It's been around forever, passed down from generation to generation. It's kind of impressive how long it's stuck around. Let's dig into why we all seem to find it so believable.
You know the line, it's practically a universal parent quote. And you can kind of see the logic, can't you? Gum feels, well, rubbery. It's synthetic. It doesn't dissolve when you chew it. So it's not a huge leap to imagine it just sitting there in your stomach, perfectly preserved for years and years.
And let's be honest, the fears that go along with it make sense. The thought of this sticky, indigestible thing causing a major traffic jam inside your body, yeah, that's pretty terrifying. People talk about it building up into a giant gumball. No wonder the myth is still going strong. But what does the science have to say about all this?
Okay, so let's actually follow a piece of gum on its real journey. We're going to trace its path right through your digestive system. Forget all the spooky stories. This is what really, truly happens.
You got to give your digestive system some credit. It is an amazing, super efficient machine. So first up, your mouth. Your saliva gets to work on the sugars and flavors right away. Then it hits your stomach, where powerful acids dissolve all the rest of the flavorings. But, and this is the important part, that synthetic, rubbery gum base, yeah, your body can't break that down. But here's the thing, it doesn't need to. Instead of getting stuck, it just gets moved along with everything else, completely intact and, well, shown the exit.
And check out the actual timeline. 7 years? Not even in the same ballpark. The whole trip, from the moment you swallow it to the moment it's gone, takes about 24 to 72 hours. That's it, 1 to 3 days. In fact, it's only hanging out in your stomach for maybe a couple of hours before it's on the move again.
Hey, don't just take my word for it. We're talking about major sources here, like the Mayo Clinic, and they say the same thing. You want a great way to think about it? It's just like eating corn. You know how your body digests the inside, but that tough outer kernel just kind of passes through? Well, chewing gum is pretty much the exact same deal.
Okay, so here's the fine print. While one accidental swallow is totally fine for pretty much everyone, there are some extremely rare situations where it can cause an issue. We're not talking about one piece of gum here. We're talking about a lot of gum, plus maybe some other underlying health stuff.
So in these super, super rare cases, if someone swallows huge amounts of gum over and over again, it can clump together with other stuff and form something called a bezoar, basically a blockage. Now, this is mostly a concern for really little kids, especially if they're already dealing with things like constipation.
But we have to put this risk into perspective, right? The chance of this actually happening and needing surgery is less than 1 in a million. So yeah, don't make swallowing gum your new hobby, but if it happens by accident, you really don't need to panic.
All right, but here's a fun twist in the story. Swallowing gum is basically a non-issue, but the act of just chewing it, well, that actually has some really surprising health benefits that are totally backed by science.
Get this, chewing gum basically puts your saliva production into overdrive. We're talking up to 10 times the normal amount. And all that extra saliva is a good thing. It can help neutralize stomach acid before it causes trouble in your esophagus, which is great news if you ever deal with acid reflux.
So if the science is so clear, why on earth do we still believe the 7-year myth? Well, researchers, like the ones at McGill University, have a pretty simple theory. It's just a really good scare tactic for parents. I mean, it's a super effective story to keep kids from swallowing stuff they shouldn't. And the funny thing is, for years and years, doctors have seen on x-rays the gum passes right on through. The proof has been there all along.
So, we've looked at the biology, the medical facts, even the psychology of why we believe this stuff. So, what's the big takeaway? What's the final verdict here?
Yeah, that whole 7-year thing, it is completely 100% busted. Your body knows exactly what to do with stuff it can't digest, and a little piece of gum is no different. It's in and out in a couple of days, not a couple of years, period.
So from now on, if you accidentally swallow a piece of gum, you can just relax. It's no big deal. Which leads us to our final question for you. What other everyday fact or myth do you think we should tackle next? We'd love to hear your ideas.